Welcome home to philosophy, where we wonder about everything and anything is possible. Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Corey, the Laughing Philosopher. Life is complicated. The world is complicated, and you are complicated. Figuring out how to live a happy, meaningful life, guided by wisdom and reason, is not easy. Is life a game? What is love? Should I fear death? Is this a just world? Almost from the moment of birth, you've been told how to behave, how to fit in, and how to fulfill other people's expectations. You fear that you will lack importance or cease to exist in the lives of others if you think for yourself and question the rules and roles you've been told define you. Wisdom and reason will remove this illusion so you can live authentically in the world around you, find your true purpose, and become your real self. Welcome to episode number 90. Why is beauty beautiful? Philosophers decode its secrets. What are the secrets of beauty? I promise you, by the end of this long episode, you will understand and be able to explain why a urinal is just as beautiful as a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Comedian is a 2019 artwork by Italian artist Maurizio Cattelan. It is a fresh banana duct taped to a wall. It's beautiful, but in its own way, not in the same way as the 1972 film, The Godfather. Fountain is a sculpture by Marcel Duchamp in 1917, consisting of a porcelain urinal. It's beautiful too, but not in the same way as Leonardo da Vinci's painting, The Last Supper. The 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit models possess great beauty, but not the same beauty as Cattelan's banana, Duchamp's urinal, or The Godfather. So what makes something beautiful anyway? Augustine of Hippo asked, are things beautiful because they give delight, or do they give delight because they are beautiful? Is beauty objective or subjective? Is beauty in the eye of the beholder, or is beauty an inherent quality of beautiful things that can be acquired or achieved? David Hume said, beauty is no quality in things themselves. It exists merely in the mind which contemplates them, and each mind perceives a different beauty. But if beauty is subjective, then why do our individual subjective judgments coincide so completely? It would be weird or abnormal for a person to deny that a perfect sunset is beautiful, or argue that this year's models in the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue are not beautiful. Yes, we do argue and disagree about which models are the most beautiful. But it seems ignorant to argue that beauty is purely and entirely subjective. If beauty is entirely a matter of perception, then if there are no perceivers and no one to perceive, there could be no beauty or ugliness. And that just feels wrong. On the other hand, if beauty is entirely objective, then there could be beauty without perceivers and perceptions. And that feels wrong too. Why is beauty beautiful? In philosophy, each of the major schools of thought on the subject of beauty emphasize a different kind or quality of beauty. Let's explore how these 6 schools of thought would interpret the beauty of Da Vinci's The Last Supper, the film The Godfather, and the 2023 Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue. Aestheticism. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Karen. She visited an art gallery filled with abstract paintings. As Karen gazed at one particular work of art, she was captivated by its vibrant colors, provocative shapes, and fluid brushstrokes. Karen felt an overwhelming sense of joy and appreciation for the utter beauty of the painting. She didn't concern herself with deciphering its meaning or symbolism. Karen simply immersed herself in the pure, aesthetic pleasure provided by the artwork. Why did she refuse to read a book about this work of art? Karen believed that words could never capture the true beauty that the painting holds. This school of thought emphasizes the intrinsic value of beauty for its own sake. Beauty is seen as an independent quality that can be experienced and appreciated purely for its aesthetic impact. Oscar Wilde argued for art's sake, and the significance of beauty as an end in itself. Aestheticists appreciate a painting solely for its visual impact, without seeking any deeper meaning or message. Aestheticists appreciate the beauty of The Last Supper purely for its visual appeal. Their focus is on the composition, color palette, and the overall aesthetic experience. Aestheticists find beauty in the delicate brushwork, the play of light and shadow, and the harmony of the figures within the painting. Aestheticists appreciate The Godfather for its artistic qualities and cinematic craftsmanship. Aestheticists focus on the film's visual composition, cinematography, and its overall creative expression. They find beauty in the atmospheric lighting, the richly detailed set designs, and the director's skillful storytelling tools and techniques. Aestheticists appreciate the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue purely for the artistic qualities of the photographs, such as composition, lighting, and the total aesthetic experience. They find beauty in the artistic presentation of the swimsuit models and in the visual harmony and skillful use of color and form in the photographs. In the pursuit of beauty, aestheticists emphasize pure emotion and sensation as opposed to pure intellectuality. Schopenhauer sees beauty as a pathway to transcending the individual self and connecting with a higher reality. He believes that true beauty is found in art and aesthetics, thus allowing a momentary escape from the world of suffering and hardship, and accessing a realm of pure joy, liberation, and release. Objectivism. Once upon a time, in a bustling city, an architect named Sheila designed a new public park. She meticulously crafted the layout, carefully taking into account the harmony between the green spaces, walkways, and seating areas. The park perfectly integrated with the surrounding buildings, creating a seamlessly cohesive environment. Visitors to the park marveled at its elegant design and how perfectly it complemented the complex urban landscape. Sheila's objective approach to beauty was evident in the park's inherent aesthetic qualities. Why did Sheila declare the mathematical equation beautiful? It possessed perfect symmetry and elegant simplicity, just like a beautiful equation should. Objectivists argue that beauty is an inherent characteristic of objects or experiences. They believe that certain qualities or proportions found in objects determine their beauty, and these qualities can be objectively identified and appreciated by the individual. Immanuel Kant argued that beauty is based on the harmony of form and function. A well-designed chair that combines both aesthetic appeal and practicality is considered objectively beautiful. Objectivists analyze the beauty of the Last Supper based on its objective qualities and elements. They examine the proportions, symmetry, and overall layout of the painting, as well as the artist's technical skill. Objectivists appreciate the way Da Vinci arranged the figures and architectural elements to create a balanced and harmonious composition. Objectivists analyze The Godfather based on the structure of the plot, character development, and other highly technical aspects of the film. Objectivists appreciate the film's well-crafted narrative, the complex characters, and the innovative and creative blending of various cinematic elements. Objectivists analyze the beauty of the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue, based on the physical features, proportions, and symmetry of the models' bodies. Objectivists judge beauty against traditional standards of attractiveness and ideals of physical perfection. Beauty is more than skin deep. Plato believes in the existence of a realm of ideal forms, and he sees beauty as an objective quality of these eternal forms. Beauty is not merely about physical appearances. For Plato, beauty is reflective and participates in the harmony and order found in the realm of forms. Subjectivism. Once upon a time, Linda and Deanna attended a concert where two different bands performed. One played classical music and the other played heavy metal. Linda found herself deeply moved by the grace and complexity of the classical music, and incredibly beautiful. Her friend Deanna, a fan of rock music, was enthralled by the energy and raw power of the heavy metal band. Both Deanna and Linda experienced beauty, but because their perceptions were shaped by their personal, subjective tastes and preferences, their perspectives were at odds. Why did the two friends argue about the beauty of heavy metal music? One thought it was a masterpiece, while the other considered it an earsore. Beauty is in the ear of the beholder. Subjectivists argue that beauty is a subjective experience which varies from person to person. They emphasize personal preferences, emotional responses, and cultural influences in explaining perceptions of beauty. David Hume believes that beauty exists in the mind. Different individuals have different preferences for different things of beauty. Where one person finds the beautiful, another person may just as assuredly find the ugly. Subjectivists interpret the beauty of the Last Supper through emotional lenses. Each viewer might have a unique emotional response, influenced by their beliefs, experiences, and culture. One person might find the painting deeply moving, evoking feelings of spirituality and reverence, while another might appreciate it just as deeply for its historical significance. Subjectivists interpret The Godfather through personal and individual responses. Each viewer might have a unique response to the film, influenced by one's own personal values, life experiences, and cultural background. One might connect emotionally with the themes of family loyalty and honor, while another person might connect intellectually with the moral dilemmas of the characters on their use of deadly force. Subjectivists interpret the beauty of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models through their own individual feelings and emotions. Each viewer might have a unique response, influenced by their own personal preferences and individual tastes. One person might find beauty in the confidence and empowerment communicated by the models, while another person might focus on specific physical attributes they find personally sexy and appealing. Kant's perspective on beauty focuses on the subjective experience of the individual. He argues that beauty is not in the object of beauty. Beauty arises from the agreement between how you evaluate and how you perceive and process sense impressions. According to Kant, beauty is perceived as beautiful due to the subjective harmony between your standards and expectations of beauty and your sense experiences of the object of beauty. Formalism. Once upon a time, in a small town, an architect named Joan designed a community center. She carefully considered the proportions, symmetry, and visual balance of the building. The result was a structure that projected a sense of harmony and elegance. Visitors to the community center recognized the precise lines and balanced composition and appreciated the beauty engendered by its formal elements. Why did Joan praise the skyscraper's design? It had the perfect balance of glass, steel, and concrete, creating a precise visual composition that even the most critical eye could appreciate. Formalists focus on the defining elements of art or objects, such as symmetry, harmony, balance, and proportion. Formalists believe that these qualities contribute to the beauty of an object, and the evaluation of beauty ought to primarily rely on these essential attributes. Geometric proportions and clean lines in a symmetrical design and balanced composition are beautiful. Formalists focus on the formal elements of the Last Supper. They analyze the lines, shapes, and spatial relationships within the painting to find its beauty. They appreciate the geometric arrangement of the figures and how Da Vinci skillfully uses perspective to create depth and realism. Formalists focus on the Godfather film's use of visual symbolism, storytelling tools, and editing techniques. They appreciate the recurring motifs, the deliberate framing of shots, and the film's creative use of silence and music to evoke feelings and emotions. Formalists examine how these formal aspects contribute to the overall beauty of the film. Formalists focus on the photographs in the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue. They analyze the composition, balance, and use of shapes within the images. Formalists appreciate the visual beauty created through the arrangement of the models, the lines created by their poses, and the overall visual balance and harmony. Naturalism. Once upon a time, deep in a forest, a nature enthusiast named Bob embarked on a hiking adventure. As he followed the winding trails, Bob stumbled on a breathtaking waterfall cascading down a rocky cliff. The sight of the crystal clear water, the lush greenery surrounding it, and the harmonious sounds of nature filled Bob with awe. Bob was awakened to the inherent order and harmony of the natural world in the beauty of the waterfall. Why did Bob declare the Van Gogh painting beautiful? The vibrant colors and breathtaking scenery reminded him of the incredible beauty found in the natural world. Naturalists argue that beauty is intimately connected to nature and the natural world. Naturalists find nature beautiful and believe that beauty ought to reflect nature's inherent order, harmony, and oneness. Beauty is associated with feelings of awe and grandeur. The grandeur of the Rocky Mountains or Rembrandt's paintings inspires a sense of beauty which transcends mere aesthetic pleasure. Vast landscapes or transcendent experiences, such as the Grand Canyon or a vibrant sunset, are beautiful and sublime events that ought to be emulated in all objects of beauty. Naturalists study the Last Supper as a representation of the natural world. They find beauty in the realistic portrayal of human figures, the attention to detail in the furniture and drapery, and the depiction of natural light and shadow. Naturalists see Da Vinci's painting as a representation of how art captures and celebrates the beauty of the natural world. Naturalists study the beauty of The Godfather through the lenses of social realism and human nature. They appreciate the film's portrayal of the organized crime underworld and the depiction of power struggles, loyalty, corruption, and masculinity. Naturalists find beauty in the film's exploration of the dark aspects of human behavior and in the film's reflection of the complexities of human relationships. Naturalists study the beauty of the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit models within the context of natural human diversity and the celebration of the physical form. Naturalists appreciate the wide range of body shapes, sizes, and ethnicities represented in the magazine. Naturalists find beauty in the authentic representation of the models and the portrayal of natural, not enhanced, beauty. Aristotle views beauty as a combination of harmony, proportion, and symmetry. He emphasizes the concept of beauty found in the natural world. Aristotle appreciates the inherent order and balance that both exists in the physical universe and is reflected in the true object of beauty. And last, postmodernism. Once upon a time, in a contemporary art gallery, a diverse group of visitors gathered around an installation piece. The artwork consisted of unconventional materials assembled in a seemingly random fashion. Each viewer interpreted the piece differently, engaging in lively discussions about its meaning and significance. Some could see a kind of beauty in the artist's ability to challenge conventional notions of art and aesthetics. Others appreciated the artwork's thought-provoking nature and its ability to evoke a wide range of emotions. Why did the visitors struggle to define the artwork's beauty? It challenged traditional notions of aesthetics, leaving the visitors in a state of delightful confusion, unsure of whether to laugh in ridicule or applaud in gratitude. Postmodernists question traditional notions of beauty and argue that beauty is socially constructed. They challenge and reject established aesthetic standards and maintain that concepts of beauty are heavily influenced by cultural contexts and the historical struggle between the powerful and the powerless. Jacques Derrida criticized fixed definitions of beauty and emphasized the role of language and power in shaping our understanding of what is beauty and why something is beautiful. The contemporary art movement questions established aesthetic standards by challenging and refuting preconceptions of beauty and ugliness in the mind of the individual. Postmodernists engage with the Last Supper by questioning established narratives and challenging traditional interpretations. They explore the political context, power struggles, and historical significance behind the painting. Postmodernists analyze the subversive elements in Da Vinci's work, seeking to deconstruct and reinterpret the traditional religious symbolism. Postmodernists engage with The Godfather by questioning traditional narratives, genre conventions, and cultural contexts. They analyze its subversion of the gangster film genre and its examination of power and morality. Postmodernists appreciate the film's commentary on cultural identity, the role of family, and the blurred lines between good and evil. Postmodernists engage with the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Issue by questioning established norms of beauty and deconstructing cultural standards and expectations. They analyze critically the magazine's portrayal of female beauty and challenge the objectification and commodification of women's bodies. Postmodernists explore power relationships between genders, socially constructed representations of the female ideal, and male cultural influences inherent in the images. Nietzsche challenges conventional notions of beauty. He sees beauty as a cultural construct entirely shaped by societal values and ideals. Nietzsche emphasizes the personal perspective of the individual and advocates rejection of the absolute beauty standards of the majority. So why is beauty beautiful? Beauty is a complex, deeply personal experience, explored by philosophers for centuries as an important subject of thought and debate. Beauty is beautiful because of the lenses we wear when we strive to understand and appreciate what we see. The meaning and validity of critical judgments of what is beautiful are bracketed to the principles and schools of thought underlying and justifying such judgments. Change your lenses, change your school, and a urinal becomes just as beautiful as a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. What is the secret of beauty? Catalan's banana is beautiful to naturalists. Duchamp's urinal is beautiful to postmodernists. A perfect sunset is subjectively beautiful. A mathematical equation is objectively beautiful. The Godfather and The Last Supper are beautiful in several schools of philosophy. And thus, these works of art are more popular and appeal to more people than Catalan's banana. Sports Illustrated swimsuit models are both objectively and subjectively beautiful, and thus more popular and appealing than Duchamp's urinal or Schrodinger's wave function. And you are just as beautiful as a perfect sunset or a urinal. Thank you for listening. I hope you will take what you've learned and be a better person. Think for yourself. Question everything. Accept nothing that does not agree with your own reason and good sense. And I promise you, despite its sham and drudgery, you will get on pretty well in this crazy world. I'm Dr. Robert Corey. Until we meet again, be good.